Hi, I'm TechBob. Welcome to eTech Facebook Live Fridays. Today's theme, because the holiday coming up next Tuesday, is caring, and specifically it's caring for your device. Oftentimes we forget to take after our devices and the cleaning, protection, or the overall maintenance of them. So this Valentine's Day, the purpose of this stream is to care for your device, or if you have a significant other, care for their device. If you can tell their phone's barely running along, you want to help them out and making sure that you can take care of them. So specifically the three topics we're covering today are protection, cleaning, and maintenance, or if something's broken, how to help or how to fix that or prevent potential issues. So on the topic of protection, there's two big ones. There's cases, which you have right here, and there's tempered glass. With these two, it'll help prevent damage to the phone from happening, and overall it helps keep your phone clean, or it's easier to clean because all you're doing is taking off the case like this versus having to clean the entire body. It still helps to do both, which I'll be showing both today, but changing the case is a quick thing to do. Our MyBat line is a pretty good and inexpensive option for that because they provide good protection. So right here I have this is the Mood series case, so it's a clear plastic, and then this is the MyBat Fuse series case. This one has a little bit more protection, but both are plastic shell cases that have impact protection, which that's the big thing to look for when you're looking for a case, is that it protects against impact. Oftentimes there's cases out there where it just cosmetically covers the phone, but it doesn't provide that impact resistance. These specifically have ridges on the inside which help absorb shock when they're dropped. I've had this case on my phone for I want to say a little over 6 months now, so I'm actually going to swap it out today in this stream. So this is my old case. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. You can kind of see it on the overhead cam there. So I'm going to take my case off, and then I do have a screen protector on my phone currently. Let me clear my notifications real quick. There we go. Oop. Sorry, I had a couple emails. All right. So I have a screen protector on my phone currently that's in okay shape. And what I mean by that is there's no gouges, it's not lifting, it's not cracked. I prefer the film side because it lasts longer in most cases because you don't have chips that happen with tempered glass. But tempered glass is definitely a good option as well. It's lower cost, so you can get either the individuals or the 10 packs. I would recommend if you have a family and you have multiple of the same phones, or if you're a repair shop, you want to carry these bulk packs because on average the individual is cheaper, plus you'll have multiple on hand instead of only having one at a time when you buy the individual. So that's tempered glass and cases. Those are big ones. We actually have a special running right now on at least a tempered glass. That should be dropped in the comments. I believe the percentage off is 20%. So confirm in the comments. There shouldn't be a discount code or anything needed. It's just when you add it to your cart, the discount gets applied. But that's the case in tempered glass side. One additional tempered glass, which is pretty cool. I don't have one on my phone right now, and we're working on getting some of these in, but this is to protect the rear camera area. If you've noticed on the newer phones, the rear cameras keep getting bigger and bigger, and they stick more and more out of the phone. So even with the case, if you set it down on a table or something, the cameras are still exposed. Now, the lenses are typically going to be made of sapphire or some other type of strong material, but there's still a chance they can crack or get scratched. So to help prevent that, you can use a rear camera tempered glass, which goes over the entire area. Again, this will probably chip if it gets hit, but it's better this being damaged than the phone side, the back glass, or the rear camera lenses. So that's that last tempered glass side. Next thing I want to talk about is cleaning. So this is one that I would say more people neglect than having a case on it. Our phones, because they're used every day, they build up germs and dirt, debris, all kinds of stuff. So before you know it, it's just covered in stuff. And I feel like I keep mine fairly clean, but even then I still have some stuff on mine. So Scott, if you can switch over to the I can't think of the name for it, the face down camera, overhead camera, there we go. I can show you my phone a little bit closer. So my rear camera area in particular has like some dust and dirt around it. What I'm going to do is use some screen cleaning spray. This is by Whoosh, so I'm going to spray the microfiber, then I'm just going to wipe it down. Just get all around the rear cameras, the back glass, and then work your way to the sides of the frame, the bottom, and then finally your screen. Even if your phone doesn't look dirty, it's still good to wipe it down with some type of cleaner. Whoosh is good for the non-toxic, and there's really no harmful chemicals in it. If you don't have that, isopropyl alcohol works well also. It's just a little bit more abrasive because it is alcohol. So you can use that the same way. Just get a little bit on a microfiber and then just clean around the frame, the back glass, and you can tell after just wiping it down, it looks like a brand new phone again. And this is in part for two reasons. One, I've had a case on it, so the case has been absorbing the majority of the dirt and impact. And two, I just wiped it down. So you can see how easy it is to get it back to new shape when you're using a case or use a screen cleaner like that. The next thing on the cleaning side, and this is one that typically ends up leading towards a repair, and that's the openings of your phone getting dirty. What I mean by that, in particular on the bottom of your phone, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So these openings down here for the microphone and speaker and even your charging port will build up over time, especially if you keep your phone in your pocket or in a purse that has a lot of stuff in it. The dirt just attracts to these little meshes. So what you can do is take a brush, and speaking of brushes, I have a couple options here. So this is just a standard toothbrush. This is a small horsehair brush. I believe this one is hog hair, and this is just an anti-static brush. When it comes to cleaning the exterior phone, the anti-static property doesn't really matter. But when you go inside of the phone, so if you're cleaning like a board or something, you do want something that's static safe so you don't damage anything. But I'm actually going to use the toothbrush, and they have a varying strength of bristles. So this is a softer side. This one is more rigid. I recommend starting with the softer side ones. If it doesn't do anything, then you go up from there. So I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol on this brush head. I'm actually going to take it and rub it down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to take some canned air and spray that away. And you can already tell, let me wipe it down with a microfiber. But the before and after is pretty significant. I had some stuff over here and on this side right here too. The charging port is a little bit different because it's a deeper ingress point in the phone. You can't always get a brush in there. You can just use some canned air so you can spray directly in there. And typically, I don't know, you couldn't really see on the camera, but there was some dust that came out. What can happen over time though is when you have dust in there and plug your cable in, it'll keep compacting that in there and eventually it becomes a solid, and you'll end up in the scenario where you try plugging a charger and it doesn't go in. In that case, that's where you can take a pair of tweezers and just carefully go straight into the port, grab whatever's lodged in there, and then gently pull it out. Sometimes you don't even need to pull it out all the way. You can just break it up with the tweezers and then use some canned air, and that'll spray it out the rest of the way. But again, just a quick cleaning makes it look like a brand new phone again. And this is a 13 Pro. This is my personal phone, if I didn't call that already. And look, here's a funny thing. There's some debris right here. See if I can point it out. It's kind of hard to see on the tweezers, but that was either in my charging port or on my earpiece speaker, or sorry, not my earpiece speaker, my loudspeaker or my microphone mesh. But that right there can build up over time, and you'll end up with either sound or charging issues because those openings are closed. And then, so that's all I had on the cleaning side of it. Again, I would recommend on average once a month or every couple months, try cleaning your phone. It doesn't take very long, maybe a couple minutes here and there. And in the long run, it's gonna help retain that value, because say you do want to trade this phone in, or not necessarily trade it in because that one they'll take it as long as it's not damaged, but say you want to resell it, if it's in this condition versus the condition of a phone that hasn't been using a case or is heavily scratched because it wasn't cleaned or it's dirty overall, you're going to get a lot less for your resale value versus a phone like this. And then on the final side, I had mentioned it on the content there that you can see on the screen is repair. This one, the phone doesn't really need it because it's in good shape. But if you end up with the phone that has a cracked screen or a cracked back glass or a degraded battery, which that's probably the more common one, say you have been taking care of your phone and it's in perfect condition on the outside, your battery can still be degraded. Roughly after 2 years, you end up losing roughly 15 to 20% of your full capacity. So even if your phone says 100%, you're probably closer to the 80, 85 range. Our recommendation is if you're under the 80 to 85 range, to replace your battery, because that's when you really start noticing a difference. If you used to be able to make it all day without plugging your phone into a charger, but now it's dying close to the end of the day, you're at that place. And if to check for sure, there's a couple ways to do that. So all of the newer iPhones have battery health beta, or not beta anymore, sorry. That was back then. Now it's just battery health. You can go into the settings and check what your battery health is at, which I can actually show that on mine real quick. I haven't checked mine in a while, so it's good to see. So I'm gonna scroll down to where it says battery and battery health. And I'm actually at 95, so mine's still pretty good. I haven't really noticed a difference. And if you check yours and you see it's under 85 or 80, that's where we typically recommend replacing it. You don't have to, but it does show you the battery's gotten to a point where it's not giving you as much as it used to. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on. Another thing can happen with the battery, it can bloat too, which you can usually tell if the screen's lifting off the frame, or if you can tell that there's a visible lift. That's a bloated battery, and that would be a safety concern, so you would have to replace that. But on the repair side, those are the big things. A lot of this is preventable though, so broken screen or broken back, if you're using a case, if you're using tempered glass, there's no need to have to repair it because it's not broken. So just a couple quick tips there. Again, we wanted to keep it in the theme of caring, which is, this seemed pretty relevant to care for your device. And if you're a repair shop out there looking for promotions to run for certain holidays, a good one for this would be to discount either accessories or bundles. Say someone comes in with a broken phone, mention getting a tempered glass, getting a case. You can do a cleaning while you're there, maybe advertise free full device cleaning or deep cleaning while they're there. Takes you a couple more seconds to clean the device. It's not real intense on materials. You saw I used a screen cleaner, maybe some alcohol, microfiber, and a brush. So cost-wise, not much there besides your time. So just a couple quick tips for the holidays, because you want to try to maximize each one. People are out doing things, and I know, at least for guys, it's a hard thing to figure out what to get your significant other for Valentine's Day. Hey, if there's nothing else you can think of, get their phone fixed or take care of the thing they use every day. But that's all I had for today's stream. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We won't be on next week, but the week after, we are either going to do something related to a board level repair or some frame damage stuff. So if you want to see either one or another specific repair scenario, let us know and we'll be happy to cover it. But that's all I have for today. I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a great weekend. Have a great Valentine's Day, and we'll see everyone in 2 Fridays. Thanks. Bye.